You've got that one task glaring at you, the one you've been dodging, swearing tomorrow will be the day you tackle it. Hours bleed into days, days into weeks, and it remains untouched, a quiet monument to your untapped potential. The issue isn't a lack of desire or motivation. It's your mindset about action itself. In the following guide, I'll walk you through a transformative shift to ignite action even when you feel paralyzed by doubt, fear, or procrastination. If you don't act now, your dreams risk fading into the background, unclaimed and unrealized. This expanded guide offers 10 principles to shatter hesitation, forge unyielding discipline, and carve out a life of purpose and achievement. Stop waiting. Your potential is screaming for you to answer with Action. 1. Action ignites. Momentum. The world sells you a lie. You need to feel inspired to act. You wait for a spark, a perfect moment, or a wave of confidence to sweep you into motion. But the truth is, brutal motivation doesn't start the fire. Action does. Success isn't reserved for those who feel ready. It belongs to those who move, even when emotions scream to stay still. Picture a freelancer staring at a blank screen, dreading the first sentence of a client proposal. They convince themselves they'll start when inspiration strikes. Days slip by, deadlines creep closer, and anxiety festers like an untreated wound. Now imagine they force themselves to write one sentence, clumsy, imperfect, but done. The next sentence comes easier than a paragraph. Before they know it, momentum builds, and what once felt like an insurmountable mountain shrinks into a manageable hill. Action creates clarity, revealing paths that were invisible from the sidelines. This isn't just a feel-good anecdote, it's backed by history. Marie Curie didn't wait for a divine spark to explore radioactivity. She dove into grueling experiments, failed countless times, and reshaped science. Elon Musk didn't sit on a flawless blueprint for SpaceX. He acted, iterated through failures, and revolutionized space travel. Their secret wasn't endless inspiration, but relentless action, even in the face of uncertainty. To break this cycle, try the 2-minute start. Pick a task you're avoiding, an email, a project outline, a new skill, and commit to just 2 minutes of effort. No pressure, no need for perfection. Write one sentence, read one page, do one push-up. More often than not, those 2 minutes stretch into 10, then 20, as momentum takes hold. After each attempt, reflect. What did this small start reveal about my ability to act? Did it feel easier than I expected? Another tool is a clarity through action. Journal. Each evening, jot down one small action you took toward a goal and what it taught you. Maybe drafting an email sparked a new angle for a client pitch, or a short workout cleared your mental fog. Ask, how did this step move me closer to my goal? What new insight did it unlock? This practice reinforces that action, not endless planning, brings answers and progress. Visualization can also prime action. Spend 3 minutes each morning picturing yourself tackling a task with ease, your fingers flying across the keyboard, your mind sharp and focused, your energy high. See yourself pushing past resistance, feeling the satisfaction of progress. Log it. How did visualization reduce my hesitation? Did it make starting feel less daunting? This mental rehearsal makes action feel familiar, lowering the barrier to entry. Try an action trigger to build consistency. Pair a task with a daily habit like writing immediately after your morning coffee or exercising after brushing your teeth. This cues your brain to act without overthinking. Reflect. What trigger helped me start today? How can I refine it? Over time, this pairing makes action feel automatic, like muscle memory. Another strategy is the progress pulse. After each action, pause for 30 seconds to savor the step forward. Jot down, what did I just accomplish? How does it feel to move closer to my goal? This brief reflection reinforces momentum, making action addictive. Over weeks, it transforms how you view effort, from a chore to a reward. Action isn't about waiting for the perfect mood or moment. Those are myths that keep you stuck. The first step feels like pushing a boulder, but each one after rolls easier. Stop chasing inspiration. It's a fleeting ghost. Act now, and motivation will follow. Your potential lives in the step you take today, no matter how small. 2. Conquering the shadow of fear. Fear is a cunning thief, whispering doubts that paralyze. What if I fail? What if I'm not good enough? What if I embarrass myself? It casts a long shadow over your ambitions, making every step feel like a leap into a bottomless abyss. But fear is a mirage, not a concrete wall. Most of what you dread never materializes, and even when it does, it's rarely the catastrophe you imagine. The antidote is action, moving boldly through the shadow to reclaim your power. Imagine a student facing a high-stakes exam. Fear of failure grips them, so they avoid studying, trapped in a cycle of what-ifs. Their anxiety grows, feeding on inaction. Now picture them opening their textbook and reviewing just one page. The fear doesn't vanish entirely, but it shrinks, replaced by focus and a sense of control. Each page they read chips away at the shadow, proving it's not solid. Action transforms dread into progress, showing fear for what it is, a hollow. Threat. Fear thrives in stillness. The longer you hesitate, the louder its whispers, magnifying risks and eroding your confidence. But action weakens its grip. Courage isn't the absence of fear, it's moving despite it. Oprah Winfrey was told she wasn't fit for television, yet she persisted, building a media empire. J.K. Rowling faced rejection after rejection for Harry Potter, but she kept submitting manuscripts. Their fears didn't disappear, they acted through them, reshaping their lives and the world. To conquer fear, try the worst-case scenario exercise. When fear strikes, grab a pen and write, what's the absolute worst that could happen if I try this? A rejected pitch? A stumble during a presentation? A failed product launch? Then ask, can I handle it? Most failures are survivable. They sting, but they don't destroy. Reflect, how has naming the worst case shrunk my fear? What feels possible now? Revisit this exercise weekly to build resilience and perspective. Another tactic is fear-facing microactions. Break your goal into tiny, manageable steps and tackle one daily. Afraid of public speaking? Practice one sentence in front of a mirror. Scared to launch a business? Research one market trend. Each small act proves fear doesn't control you. Journal. What did I do to face fear today? How did it feel to take that step? Create a fear anchor to ground yourself when doubt surges. When fear spikes, take 3 slow, deep breaths or clench your fist for 5 seconds. These simple cues signal control and calm your mind. Practice daily and log. How did my anchor help me stay steady? Did it make action feel more achievable? Over time, these anchors become instinctive, like a reflex for courage. Try the fear to fuel shift. When fear arises, reframe it by saying, this is excitement in disguise. The racing heart, the sweaty palms, those are signs of energy, not danger. Channel that energy into action. Test it. How did reframing fear as excitement change my approach? Did it make starting easier? Another strategy is the fear timeline. Write down past fears you've overcome and how you did it. Maybe you were terrified of a job interview but landed the role, or you dreaded a tough conversation but emerged stronger. Reflect. What does this teach me about fear now? How can I apply it? Fear is a shadow, not a barrier. Action starves it, revealing your potential just beyond its reach. Each step you take shrinks the shadow, proving you're stronger than your doubts. Don't let fear steal your future, move through it, and claim what's yours. 3. Breaking the chains of procrastination. Procrastination is a silent saboteur, stealing your time with seductive promises of later. You vow to start tomorrow, when the stars align, when you're ready. But tomorrow becomes next week, next month, and your goals gather dust, buried under excuses. The perfect moment is a myth. Freedom from procrastination comes from acting. Now, messy and imperfect, consider an entrepreneur with a bold idea for a startup. They research endlessly, waiting for the ideal strategy, the perfect market conditions, or flawless confidence. Months pass, and their idea remains stagnant, a blueprint gathering cobwebs. Now imagine they launch a flawed prototype, a basic website, one bare-bones product. Feedback rolls in, revealing what works and what doesn't. Action broke the cycle, turning a vision into reality, imperfections and all. Procrastination often masquerades as preparation, but it's fear in disguise. It feeds on excuses. I need more time, more skills, more certainty. Each delay strengthens inaction, chaining you to stagnation. The solution is simple but powerful. Start small, start messy, start now. One imperfect step outweighs 1,000 perfect plans sitting idle. To defeat procrastination, try the 5-minute sprint. Pick a task you're avoiding, an email, a workout, a report, and commit to just 5 minutes of effort. No pressure, no expectations of perfection. Write one sentence, do one push-up, read one page. Often, you'll find yourself continuing as resistance fades and momentum builds. Log, what did I accomplish in 5 minutes? How did it feel to start? Was it easier than I thought? Another tactic is a distraction purge. Identify your biggest time waster: social media, streaming, endless chatter, and limit it for a week. Set a 20-minute timer for scrolling or mute. Notifications during work hours. Reflect. How much time did I gain by cutting this distraction? What did I accomplish with it? This creates space for meaningful action. Accountability can shatter procrastination's hold. Share your goal with a friend, colleague, or mentor, and schedule weekly check-ins to report progress. Write daily. What did I do today? Why does it matter to my goal? Celebrate small wins, a finished draft, a completed call, a single step forward. Reflect. How did accountability push me forward? Did it make starting easier? Try a procrastination autopsy to uncover the root of your delays. When you catch yourself putting off a task, write, why did I avoid this? What's the real fear? Or obstacle? Often, it's fear of failure, perfectionism, or feeling overwhelmed. Address it with one small action. Test. How did naming my fear help me act? What step can I take next? Another strategy is the reward anchor. Promise yourself a small reward, like a coffee break, a favorite song, or a quick walk after completing a task. Reflect. How did this reward motivate me? Did it make action more appealing? Procrastination thrives on delay, but action kills. Take one step today, no matter how small, and watch the chains begin to break. Your goals deserve more than promises. Give them. Progress. 4. Forging ironclad discipline. Discipline isn't a punishment. It's your ticket to freedom. It's the resolve to act when motivation vanishes, when excuses beckon, and when comfort tempts you to quit. Without discipline, your goals remain distant wishes, lost in a haze of good intentions. With it, you build a bridge from where you are to where you want to be. Picture a writer struggling to finish a novel. They wait for inspiration, but it's a fickle guest, rarely showing up. Days pass with no progress, and frustration mounts. Now imagine they commit to writing 200 words daily, no matter how they feel. Some days, the words are clunky, but the habit grows stronger. Months later, they hold a completed draft. Discipline, not inspiration, built it. Discipline is a sculptor. Chiseling raw stone each strike, no matter how small, shapes your future. Unlike motivation's fleeting flicker, discipline is a steady flame, burning through resistance. It's choosing to act because your goals demand it, not because you feel like it. Start with the one-task rule. Each morning, pick one non-negotiable task tied to your goal. Send an email. Exercise for 15 minutes. Read a chapter. Do it first, before distractions creep in. Track, what did I complete today? How does it move me closer to my goal? This builds a foundation of consistency. Try a discomfort challenge to stretch your discipline. Each week, tackle something that scares you. Ask for feedback, try a new skill, or dive into a tough task. The goal isn't perfection, but persistence. Reflect, what felt hard about this? How am I stronger for it? Create a distraction-free environment to support focus. Clear your desk, silence your phone, or block social media during work hours. Test. How did my environment impact my focus? What can I improve? Use a discipline anchor to signal commitment. Before starting a task, perform a small ritual stretch for 10 seconds, sip water, or say, I choose this. This cues your brain to focus. Log, how did my anchor help me start? Did it make discipline feel more natural? Another tactic is the discipline streak. Track consecutive days of completing your chosen task. Seeing the streak grow 3 days, then 10 builds resolve. Reflect, how does this streak strengthen my commitment? What happens if I break it? Discipline is about trusting yourself to show up, even when it's hard. It's not about perfection, but persistence. Build a foundation no setback can shake, and watch your potential unfold with every disciplined step. Point 5. Turning pain into power. Pain is a harsh teacher, but its lessons can transform you. It can crush your spirit or carve you into something stronger. It's your choice. Setbacks, rejections, and struggles are inevitable, but they don't define you. Harness them as fuel to propel you toward your goals. Imagine an athlete sidelined by a devastating injury. Missing competitions could break their spirit, sending them into despair. Instead, they channel their pain into rigorous rehab, training smarter, and studying technique. When they return, they're faster, sharper, and more resilient. Pain didn't defeat them, it forged them. The most successful people carry scars. Walt Disney was fired from a newspaper for lacking imagination, yet he built a global empire. Nelson Mandela endured 27 years in prison, emerging with unshakable resolve to lead a nation. They didn't shy away from pain, they embraced it, letting it sharpen their purpose and drive. To turn pain into power, reframe setbacks as growth opportunities. When rejection stings, ask, what can this teach me? A failed job interview might highlight skills to refine. A broken relationship might reveal the importance of boundaries. Use a pain-to-power journal. After a setback, write one lesson learned and one action to take. Reflect, how did this shift my perspective? What new strength did I discover? Try the pain push strategy. When you feel defeated, commit to one goal-related action, no matter how small. Lost a client? Send one new pitch. Struggled through a workout? Do one more rep. This act of defiance turns pain into momentum. Log, how did this action change my mindset? Did it make me feel more in control? Another tactic is the pain perspective exercise. List 3 past setbacks you overcame and how they shaped you. Maybe a failed project taught you resilience, or a personal loss clarified your priorities. Reflect, what strengths did these challenges build? How can they help me now? Embrace discomfort as a crucible for growth. After each setback, write 3 ways it made you stronger. Test, how did this exercise shift my view of pain? Pain is inevitable, but suffering is optional. Don't let it paralyze. You let it fuel your transformation. Your greatest growth lies where pain hones you into an unbreakable version of yourself. 6. Charting your course with goals. Without a destination. You're a ship adrift, tossed aimlessly by life's currents. Goals are your compass, giving every action purpose and direction. Vague dreams like, I want to be successful, lack the power to guide you specific. Actionable goals turn aspirations into reality. Consider a recent graduate aiming for a tech career. A broad goal, like get a job, lacks focus, so they refine it. Land a junior developer role by June, mastering Python and building 3 portfolio projects. This shapes their daily actions, coding 2 hours each day, applying to 5 jobs. Weekly, seeking feedback on projects. By June, they're hired, their path clear. Goals gave their efforts direction and momentum. Effective goals are specific, measurable, and time-bound. Ask, what exactly do I want? By when? How will I know I've succeeded? Writing goals down boosts commitment. Studies show a 40% increase in follow-through for written goals. Break big goals into daily tasks. A marathon runner trains 1 mile. Today, not 26. Reflect. How do small steps build momentum toward my goal? Create a goal roadmap to stay on track. List your top goal, then break it into monthly, weekly, and daily actions. Want to start a blog? Month 1. Research platforms. Week 1. Choose a niche. Today, write 1 outline. Review weekly. What did I accomplish? What's my next step? This keeps your efforts focused and measurable. Accountability fuels progress. Share your goal with a mentor or friend, scheduling weekly check-ins to report progress. Track completed. A project. How can I improve next time? Celebrate milestones, a finished course, a submitted application, a new skill mastered. Reflect. How did celebrating keep me motivated? Did it make the next step easier? Another tactic is goal visualization. Spend 2 minutes daily picturing yourself achieving your goal. Feel the success, see the details, hear the applause. Log. How did this visualization drive my actions? Did it make my goal feel closer? Goals without action are fantasies. Chart your course, then sail relentlessly toward your destination. 7. Building an unshakable mindset. Your mindset is the bedrock of your life. A weak one crumbles under pressure. A strong one turns obstacles into opportunities. Life will test you with failures, doubts, and setbacks, but an unshakable mindset ensures you rise stronger each time. Imagine a business owner facing a failed product launch. A fragile mindset sees defeat, urging them to quit. A resilient one asks, what went wrong? How can I improve? They analyze feedback, adjust their strategy, and relaunch stronger. Their mindset made the difference between giving and breaking through. Your thoughts shape your reality. Tell yourself I can't, and you'll prove it. Believe I'll find a way, and solutions emerge. Serena Williams doesn't see limits, she sees challenges to conquer. A growth mindset views skills as malleable, forged through effort and persistence, not fixed at birth. Feed your mind intentionally. Read inspiring books, biographies like Abraham Lincoln's, or guides on mental toughness. Limit negative inputs, toxic news, pessimistic people, or self-doubt. Journal daily. What did I learn today? How did I grow? Reflect. How did positive inputs shift my perspective? Practice mindset resets when doubt creeps in. Reframe negative thoughts. This challenge strengthens me. Visualize overcoming it, feeling the rush of progress. Spend 2 minutes picturing success. Your confident stride, your clear focus. Log. How did reframing change my approach? Did it make action easier? Another tactic is the mindset audit. Weekly, List thoughts that held you back. I'm not ready. I'll fail and counter them with empowering ones. I'll learn as I go. Failure is feedback. Reflect. How did this shift my actions? What new possibilities opened up? Build a mindset that no storm can topple, and watch obstacles become stepping stones. 8. Curating a circle of champions. You are the average of the people you spend the most time with. Surround yourself with dreamers who cling to excuses, and you'll stagnate. Surround yourself with doers who chase excellence, and you'll soar. Your circle shapes your mindset, habits, and future. Choose it with intention. Picture a designer struggling to launch a freelance career. They spend evenings with friends who mock ambition, calling it unrealistic. Doubt creeps in, and their progress stalls. Now imagine they join a group of driven creatives who share resources, critique work, and push each other to grow. There, confidence surges, projects improve, and clients take notice. Their circle changed everything. Your environment is contagious. Positive peers inspire action and accountability. Negative ones breed excuses and complacency. Conduct a relationship audit. List the 5 people you spend the most time with. Ask, do they challenge me to be better? Do their values align with mine? Reflect, how do they influence my goals? What changes do I need to make? Seek out a mentor. Who's walked your path? A seasoned entrepreneur can save a founder years of missteps with a single conversation. Join groups, online forums, local meets, or masterminds where ambition thrives. Share your goals and seek feedback. Log, what did I learn from this connection? How did it push me forward? Distance yourself from toxicity. Limit time with chronic complainers or naysayers. Try for a week. Reduce contact with a negative influence and note, how did this shift my focus? Did I feel more energized? Another tactic is the inspiration board. Collect quotes, stories, or lessons from your circle that motivate you. Reflect, how did this fuel my drive? What can I learn from their example? Build a circle of champions and rise to their level. 9. Embracing failure as a teacher. Failure isn't your enemy. It's your greatest mentor. It doesn't signal defeat, but offers invaluable lessons that make you stronger, smarter, and more resilient. The most successful people didn't avoid failure. They embraced it, transforming setbacks into stepping stones on their path to greatness. Failure is not the opposite of success. It's a critical part of the journey, a guide that refines your skills, reshapes your approach, and builds unshakable courage. By reframing failure as a learning opportunity, you turn obstacles into catalysts for innovation and growth. Consider Thomas Edison's journey. Over 10,000 unsuccessful experiments preceded the invention of the practical light bulb. Each failure ruled out ineffective approaches, bringing him incrementally closer to success. Failure is feedback, a truth teller revealing what doesn't work. Treat every setback as data. When a plan falters, ask, which assumptions proved false? What variables need adjustment? Record these insights in a dedicated failure journal. After each misstep, write, what happened? Why did it happen? What can I learn? What's my next step? If a marketing campaign underperforms due to vague messaging, note that clarity and value proposition is essential, and commit to a peer review of copy next time. Reflect. How have these lessons sharpened your strategies? Rapid response and debrief. Act swiftly after failure to maintain momentum. Within 24 hours, take a concrete action, no matter how small, to regain control. If a sales pitch fails, refine one slide or practice delivery with a mentor, then schedule the next opportunity. If a workout session goes poorly, modify one. Exercise and commit to showing up tomorrow. Log. What immediate action did I take? How did it impact my mindset? Then conduct a structured debrief. Describe the outcome without judgment. Identify root causes, process gaps, preparation, or external factors. Generate actionable improvements, new habits, tools, or checkpoints. Set a plan with clear deadlines. And metrics. For instance, after missing a project deadline due to unclear roles, establish a RACI matrix for future projects. Assign each task owner and schedule weekly check-ins. Create a failure timeline that lists major past setbacks and the growth they spurred. Declined job offers leading to skill upgrades, failed startups revealing niche insights, or broken relationships teaching communication boundaries. Review this timeline monthly to remind yourself that failure is part of continuous progress, not a verdict on your worth. Complement this with failure visualization. Spend 2 minutes picturing yourself facing a setback, learning from it, and then succeeding. Feel the resilience in your muscles and the clarity in your mind. This practice reduces fear and normalizes failure as a step toward mastery. Develop a physical or mental failure anchor to reset your mindset. 3 deep diaphragmatic breaths, a 5-second power pose, or a concise affirmation like I grow through every stumble. Practice your anchor in neutral moments so it becomes automatic when you need it most. Additionally, each week write 3 ways a recent failure made you stronger, a mistake revealing a blind spot, a rejection prompting new skills, or a setback deepening your empathy. Reflect. How does this gratitude shift your perception of failure? What strengths have emerged from challenges? Finally, embed failure learning into a continuous cycle. After every setback, commit to 1 immediate action within 24 hours and 1 longer-term adjustment, perhaps researching a new approach, seeking mentor feedback, or drafting a revised plan alongside scheduling quarterly reviews of past challenges to stay proactive. Log both actions and outcomes. Over time, this loop turns every stumble into a deliberate leap forward. Embracing failure as a teacher transforms obstacles into a roadmap for success. Each scar becomes a badge of resilience, each lesson a fuel for future victories. Keep moving, let failure guide you, and watch how every setback propels you closer to your greatest achievements.